Shake on that, that $4 gas number.
Yeah? Oh, gee, remember that, yeah?
Right here?
That was right. Sure.
Oh, okay.
That's the one.
So I was
Went
right.
to the toilet.
Okay. Well, thank you for following up.
You're all coordinated. You're all coordinated. Color coordinated. That's why I got one. That was so,
Third time it's
but I got
smaller,
one
but
for
we
one
have
that came for
warm.
It's leaving. Sunday.
Did you make the changes?
Did you write something? We won our special. And I'm headed to Iowa in September. We
Yeah, that's a great idea.
set the time to free, so it doesn't lock it out.
That's a great idea.
And then I can, but I'm not able to share it with every. I'll talk to them. Okay. And I can
Yeah,
share
especially
it.
if it's an individual account.
Yeah, I can share it with my secretary. I want to share it, so the supervisors could look.
Yeah, I
See,
know,
these
I
are-
totally have my, every day, like, okay, who's here?
Just have,
Yeah.
here's my
Mhm.
brother, and then I'm right here.
Yeah, awesome, yeah, that's a great idea, because, you know, eventually we'll, be there, but, I mean, if that doesn't work, you can always tag on to ours. I mean, you can have
Just listen
separate
to
system. But ours is actually a time sheet, the whole thing, and then requesting and stuff, and then I approve it, and then that goes to the calendar. So,
Now, see, when they send the meeting request, I approve it, and it goes back. So I was thinking like you said, we'll put something in the body of text.
yeah, yeah, I'm
So-
sure you can help. Hi, how are you?
It's like being the wolf.
I know. It's so nice. I think this is really quickly pull that calendar. It makes so much more sense.
How you doing? Sorry.
I've always watched school. How we finish, you know.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
It's important.
Good.
Oh, they're the same. They're the same. I was just used to the back. So.
I wanted to call to order the Audit Accountability Committee meeting. Ms. Smith, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Davis?
She's here.
Ms. Cameron?
Here.
Mr. Hill?
Here.
Ms. Perkins?
Present.
I have four.
We will move on to the agenda. We have, I'd like to rearrange the agenda just if you all have no problems, to give Mr. Michael Spiert, who's here with the Auditor of State, and he wants to provide information regarding the state's fraud hotline. He wants to give us an update. So first off, we have to we welcome him.
Thank you.
Please proceed.
Pleasure to be here on behalf of Mr. Gibbs and run over the auditor's, House Bill 66 that went into effect in May of this year, which requires the Auditor of State to maintain a system of reporting fraud, including misuse and misappropriation of public money by any public officer or public official. We are required to allow residents of Ohio and employees of any public office to make anonymous complaints through our fraud reporting system. They can do that online or by mail or by phone. And under the statute, it also covers any anonymous caller is given whistleblower protection under 124.341 of the Ohio Revised Code. We are required by law to keep a log of all complaints, which would include the date of the complaint, the type of complaint, the entity that is named, and the status of the complaint. I've got a sample of what this fraud reporting system looks like online. This is required by law for us to publish and to keep under public records law, posted online, so the public can look through and see what's been reported through the fraud reporting system. When you look at this, you will see that there are a lot of these complaints that are under the public records exception, which means that we've gotten a complaint that is under investigation. We're not required to release that until that results in a prosecution, that it would be released. But there are some entities and the status and the dates and whatever, we're required to keep that by law now, so the public can view that. And you will see, we receive probably 20, 30 complaints a week from all over the state of Ohio. This law also required a public office to notify all current employees of their right to, that this system of reporting fraud is available, and their right to remain anonymous, and their right to whistleblower protection. So, and any new employee, there are forms that the public office has to make sure that every new employee reads and sees it and signs and documents that they understand that the new law. There's a waiver in the law that allows, if it's part of the manual procedures, policy and procedures, if it's already a part of that, then that suffices. So that section of law, if anybody wants to look it up, is 117.103 of the Ohio Revised Code. As I said, these reports come in by mail, online, and by phone. And what the Auditor of State does is review each and every one of these complaints, and we take it to what is called the Special Audit Task Force meeting, which Dave Yost heads, and we present each complaint and the information that it contains, and discuss what the complaint is and what and where this complaint properly should go. If it is a complaint that is under the jurisdiction of the Auditor of State, we keep it, and it is given to my unit, the Special Investigations Unit, to look preliminarily to see if there's anything to it, and or subpoena any. It may end up in a criminal investigation. If the complaint belongs to another, would be better served in another jurisdiction with the local police department, the local sheriff's office, or the entity itself, based on what type of complaint it is, then it will be forwarded to that entity for further review. And that's basically what the new fraud reporting system entails. We have to keep a log that is public record, and I really do want everyone to realize that actually this reporting system, when somebody makes a report, this gets looked at. And it's looked at by the executive staff at the auditor's office, and it is disseminated. And so something's done with every single one of those that come in. I've got some examples of the forms for new hires that's required to be kept on record. And I also made copies of the statute itself. and a copy of all the contact information of where fraud complaint can be made, how it can be made.
Any other questions?
Yes.
So the acknowledgement of receipt, this is just for new employees. It's not a requirement of all, well, current employees.
Right, the statute just says that the current employees have to be, each public office shall make all of its employees aware of the fraud reporting system. There's a special section for new hires, which began effective date of this law, which means they have to read this form and acknowledge that they understand it and send that in.
What would be the best way to communicate? Does the auditor have posters or signage or some information that can be posted?
On the auditor's website, all of the fraud hotline, which is what I passed around, that copy with all the contact information. You can actually click on to the report fraud. You can actually do it online, or you can send a letter, it gives you the address, or you can make a call and actually speak to a human being who answers the phone, not a recording.
Any other questions?
Are you gonna, did you plan, Carolyn, to share with the committee what we've already done?
You can, permission.
Well, I don't know if I know all the details, but we believe we're in compliance with this law. I think this law went into effect, what was the date?
May.
In May. And so what we did was sent an email to each one of our employees' email boxes. We also put out a special bulletin. We posted it on the intranet, I believe in the internet. We may have done both. I know we did it on the intranet. And I know that HR has a process for making sure that every new employee will be signing this. So we think we covered all of the bases. I may have missed, anybody can speak up, John or Cynthia or Carolyn, if I missed, or Penny, any one of the several communications that we use to actually get out to our current employees, and then the process we have in place for our new employees.
And as far as my office, I have it up in our bulletin board, so all of our staff, anyone who comes into the copier room is aware of it. And if I might add, I have received some information from the Auditor of State's office, and as I get those referrals, I follow up on them as best I can. Sometimes it's just not enough information to do much with. And I think in one case I did call the auditor's office to see if there was any additional information. And if it is, we do follow up on it. So I just wanted the committee to know what we have done.
Dr. Harris, did it appear, or did you send something to the union? I'm thinking of the CA newsletter for those that may not have been attending.
Yes, I think that's one of the things that I forgot to mention, that we did send it to CEA. They did put it in their newsletter, yes.
Any other questions? Well, with that, Mr. Spears, we thank you so much for sharing this important information.
I appreciate the invitation. Thank you.
Thank you.